Davey VTV, Davey V with you, with Rochester, New York's homicide rate having just hit 80. 80 homicides. The latest young black man was murdered in the playground of number 17 school in the city. Number 17 school was actually my childhood elementary school here in Rochester, New York, on Rochester, New York's west side. I used to walk to school, and here it is, Enrico Fermi, School 17. So again, the city has just hit 80 homicides, an all-time record for Rochester, New York when it comes to homicides. And with young black men dropping like flies in Rochester, New York, Mayor-elect Malik Evans is more concerned about the city profiting off marijuana sales. That's right. Stay tuned. Watch the whole video. Very interesting that before he has even been sworn in, instead of talking about the outrageous, disgusting taking of black lives, young men, in some cases women, being murdered, and of course Black Lives Matter is completely silent. I am basically the only one in Rochester, New York who has consistently denounced and called out the hypocrisy of Black Lives Matter. Nowhere to be found when young black folks or black folks of any age are killing each other off in the city at alarming rates, but are quick to show up when a cop is involved. Hypocrisy, no marches, no protests, no outrage. And now the city's mayor-elect, Malik Evans, is more concerned about the city making millions off the legal sales of marijuana. Thank you for watching Davey VTV. Let's roll the video.
Rochester police make an arrest in the city's 80th homicide. RPD tells us the man was living in Florida, but say the 21-year-old suspect is from Rochester. His name is Derek Gunter. He pleaded not guilty in city court this morning to charges of second-degree murder and criminal possession of a weapon. Police say Gunter shot and killed Walter Quarries Evans, a 25-year-old. Officers responded to an alert from ShotSpotter near School 17 around 6:30 Sunday night. While investigating the crime, someone dropped Evans off at Strawn Memorial Hospital. He was pronounced dead a short time later. The investigation that ensued led to the arrest of 21-year-old Gunter yesterday evening. Gunter is held at the Monroe County Jail without bail.
From what the police have managed to determine at this point, there was I won't even call it an argument. Some people who are both on one side of the defendant and one side of the victim were trying to resolve a dispute, and family members and friends showed up to make sure that that doesn't go wrong, and it did go wrong, and it went tragically wrong very quickly, and this poor young man lost his life.
New York State is still a ways away from licenses being granted for cannabis sales and distribution. Today, Mayor-elect Malik Evans said he wants to make sure the city of Rochester is ready on day one for sales. He also wants to have a focus on underserved communities to benefit from this business. Christian Garzone reports.
Well, today, Mayor-elect Evans said poor preparation leads to a poor production. He wants to see greater coordination and effort put on distribution of cannabis in the city, getting ready for it. And Speaker said today the money-generating potential could be, quote, phenomenal if we do this right. Evans announced a cannabis preparation commission when the state starts to issue licenses. He says this comes down to two things: mechanics, things like time, place, and manner of distribution, and then an educational piece. How do we make sure we don't leave people out? Evans wants to bring the community and experts to the table to make sure this is done in a way that works for Rochester. He wants to make sure underserved communities have a place at the table in all of this. Today, he was joined by city council leaders and realtors. Councilman Mitch Gruber says this is more than a $1 billion industry for the state, and we'll see others wanting to invest right here. He says there's going to be so much want and demand to get in on all of this. If Rochester's not prepared, the chance will be missed to really make this work.
We want to make sure that this is available to folks in the community as it relates from an entrepreneurial perspective. if people are left out, particularly black and brown communities, we will miss a major opportunity.
Yeah.
And my goal is to make sure that that doesn't happen. But the only way that we can make sure that happens is that if we have good preparation.